Yo, welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Breathe, Hoops. You know what time it is. Appreciate y'all continuing to rock with me, man. I keep seeing my subscribers go up, watch time go up, views go up. So appreciate y'all. Keep sharing it with your fellow hoophead friends, family, and let's keep spreading the word and this, real hoop talk about basketball. You saw the thumbnail for today. We're about to dive into an interesting topic today. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you on a global journey through the lens of basketball, one that stretches far beyond the hardwood courts of Philadelphia, New York, Los Angeles, and Shanghai. We're driving into the deep emotional connection between China and four legendary former NBA players: Allen Iverson, Stephon Marberry, Kobe Bean Bryant, and Yao Ming. These are not just athletes to Chinese fans. They are icons, legends, folk heroes, superheroes, and in some cases, cultural touchstones. Before we get into the players themselves, we must understand the deep love China has for the game of basketball. Since the early 20th century, basketball has been one of the most widely played and followed sports in the country. When the NBA began broadcasting games in China in the late 1990s, it exploded in popularity. For many Chinese youth, NBA players became aspirational figures, people who represented excellence, grit, and the power to overcome adversity. And among the thousands who have suited up in the NBA, four players carved out unique spaces in the Chinese basketball imagination. Let's start with Allen Iverson, known as China's AI, or the answer. China's love for Iverson is rooted in something deeper than just stats or wins. It's about resilience, authenticity, and rebellion. Iverson was not the tallest. He wasn't the most traditionally built basketball player. But to Chinese fans, especially the working class youth, he symbolized the grit needed to overcome the odds. Iverson's swagger, the cornrows, the tats, the baggy shorts, and the shooting sleeve. You see the shooting sleeve today. Go turn on a playoff game in the 2025 playoffs. You'll see at least a few players out there rocking the arm sleeve, and that started with AI, and it's continued on and probably will until this game ends. It's represented individualism and freedom of expression. In a society where conformity was often emphasized, Iverson was a symbol of standing out, being yourself, and fighting no matter what others say. His tenacity and ferocity on the floor was ridiculous. Driving fearlessly into the paint against giants was mesmerizing. That iconic 2001 Finals moment when he stepped over Tyronn Lue, that became a global symbol of defiance. And in China, it hit hard with youth who faced daily pressure and wanted a way to rise. Iverson visited China numerous times after retirement. He showed genuine love for the fans. He didn't just show up, take photos, and leave. He played street ball, interacted with the local players, did drills, helped kids get better, and developed tools for the toolbox to add to their game, and thanked them for supporting him. To this day, you'll see kids rocking Reebok questions in street ball courts across China. Might even see some kids out there with cornrows. Iverson isn't remembered as just a player. He's a cultural rebel and a soul warrior, embodying the fight of the everyday man. Next, we arrive at a player who took the love from China and returned it tenfold, Stephon Marberry. And trust me, you can't talk about basketball in modern China without saying his name. Marberry's story in China is nothing short of legendary. After a rocky end to his NBA career after being a superstar at one point in time, Marberry took a leap and signed with the Chinese Basketball Association. Many viewed it as a washed-up star's last gasp, but instead of fading away, he reinvented himself in China, mentally, emotionally, and professionally. Marberry led the Beijing Ducks to 3 CBA championships in 2012, 2014, and 2015. Crazy. 3 of them with a pair of them back-to-back. These weren't just titles, they were miracles. Before Marberry, the Ducks had never won a championship, and he became their saving grace. In 2015, he was given honorary Chinese citizenship, an extremely rare honor for a foreign athlete. A statue of Marberry stands outside the MasterCard Center in Beijing. He's even been subject of a Chinese stage play, a movie, and a museum dedicated to his legacy. Unlike other players who merely toured, Marberry immersed himself in Chinese society. He learned the language, celebrated the traditions, and often said China saved his life. That humility and love made him more than a basketball player. He became family. Marberry wasn't just a hero, he became a redemptive figure who showed that second chances can lead to immorality. Now we turn to perhaps the most beloved international player in China, Kobe Bryant, known locally as Little Flying Warrior. Kobe's connection to China is unlike any other foreign athlete. He is revered almost to the point of mythology. Kobe's performance during the 2008 Beijing Olympics was a defining moment. Not only did he dominate on the court, but he also embraced the culture, gave respectful and eloquent interviews, and became the face of Olympic excellence. The concept of Mamba mentality, relentless work ethic, discipline, and the pursuit of greatness resonated strongly with the Chinese ideals of perseverance and success. Students, workers, and athletes all gravitated toward his philosophy. Kobe visited China every summer for over a decade, holding Nike tours, camps, and charity events. His visits were not flybys. He engaged with children, spoke in Mandarin, and made himself accessible. When Kobe tragically passed away in 2020, China mourned collectively. Thousands gathered in public places to light candles and wear his jersey. On Chinese social media platforms, Weibo, his name trended for days with over 1 billion mentions. Kobe's shoes are still some of the most popular among Chinese youth. His highlights are played in the barbershops or train station TVs and in basketball academies. To the Chinese people, Kobe was more than just a player. He was an ideal, a role model of work ethic and discipline, and above all, a friend who never forgot them. Last but certainly not least, we talk about Yao Ming, the pride of China and arguably the most important player in the globalization of the NBA. When Yao was drafted number 1 overall by the Houston Rockets in 2002, he instantly became a national hero. Every Rockets game was watched by millions of Chinese fans. Overnight, Houston became a household name. Yao wasn't just tall, he was graceful, intelligent, and dignified. He carried himself with poise and humility and strength, reflecting traditional Chinese values. He handled media pressure with class and never disrespected the game or the culture. Yao opened the door to the NBA for the entire Chinese population. He inspired millions of kids to play, brought sponsors to the league, and helped grow basketball into China's most beloved sport. Yao always represented China with pride, whether playing in the NBA or the Olympics. He reminded the world that Chinese athletes could compete at the highest level with honor and power. And it didn't hurt his case. It completely boosted his case due to the fact that he wasn't just an athlete from China. He was an athlete from China who, as a big man, had a complete game and full-scale talent that was undeniable on both ends of the court. After retiring, Yao didn't fade away. He became the president of the Chinese Basketball Association and has been working to reform and elevate Chinese basketball from the grassroots up. He's also a philanthropist, conservationist, and an advocate for education. Yao is not just adored, he is respected, admired, and revered. He is, simply put, China's basketball godfather. So why does China, a nation of 1.4 billion people, adore these 4 specific NBA players? Because each of them represented something unique and powerful. Allen Iverson symbolized rebellion, heart, and street authenticity, a hero for the underdog. Stephon Marberry represented redemption, humility, and what it means to truly embrace a second home. Kobe stands for greatness, obsession with perfection, and emotional connection. And Yao embodies national pride, cultural identity, and the ability to inspire an entire generation. These men were not just highlights on a screen, they were stories that spoke to China's people. They represented different dreams, but all of them became one with the people, earning eternal respect in China's basketball lore. What y'all think? Tap in, man. Any other players this adore that you think needs to add to this list? I think these are definitely the top 4 that China loves and will continue to love, until the end of time, really. Tap in, let me know what you think, and then maybe I might do some videos on other countries and who they love, big time basketball loving, genuine basketball embracing and adoring fans in certain countries, and see what players they're tied to the most. Once again, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. This is Nikki P. Eat, sleep, breathe, hoops, and until the next one, peace.